this thing on? Okay. Ask me a question, anything. Except for that. If you're done sticking your butt hairs into my coffee, I think I'll get started. Jessica Renee McCluskey. You have a name. Okay. Says, what happened to the podcast? I love listening to you, Gloria, and Cam. I don't need Gloria or Cam to be here to make a successful podcast. Okay? Yeah, right there. Okay. Good one, Cam. Babe, how do you feel about the whole situation? Honestly, babes? Honestly, babe? Listen, hey, that's not an accurate representation of how I see my girlfriend, just for the record. Cam, what do you... Hold on, before I answer your question, let me try my best to break this stand for you. Witty one-liner. That's what I do here. It's my show, but I don't talk much. I just... Witty one-liner whenever. Yeah, no, hold on. I'll carry for it. Don't worry. I'll carry this podcast for you, Brandon. Don't worry. Who says I need all of them for a successful podcast? These headphones aren't even going to be plugged in. It's a necklace now. Boy, my lips are chapped. Okay, if you want to be in the video, grab a microphone and a necklace, okay? Just like the rest of us. Tiffany Ronan says, what is your first impression of Gloria? Or what was your first impression of Gloria? He says as he adjusts the camera because he couldn't possibly take a second take. And what was your first impression of Autumn? What was my first impression of Gloria? Brandon, you are running a multi-$100 industry here and you cannot get a decent camera set up. Tiffany, my first impression of Gloria was, wow, there were some big eyeballs. First impression of Autumn, that's the newest born baby I've ever seen in my entire life. Stop chewing on my necklace cable. Emma Bentley says, could you ever see you and Gloria getting married and extending your family? Absolutely. When we move to LA, we want to live together, which will be sometime next year. And before we turn 35, which I'll turn 35 before she does because something about the Big Bang 13 billion years ago or something. We want to have another child, which we will. And then I'm thinking we have a movie theater in our house too. That's the natural progression of my thoughts. Oh, Melon Hagen. I love your videos. Thank you. Do you have a favorite video out of all the ones you've made? No, I have the hiccups. What did you put in my coffee? I don't think I have a favorite. It's hard to pick. I'll be honest with you, I don't remember half the videos I've made. I've made like 400 plus videos. If I had to choose maybe one video that has just like one joke that I think is just, it was good at the time, was the Don't Bring Your Babies to the Movie Theater video, talking about brand new sticker babies. I don't know why I'm actually talking into them. I'm practicing for whenever we do start the podcast. I gave her one of the cat treats that has catnip in it for breakfast. This is happening now. She also just found out that there's another cat in the house. In that mirror. She likes to let that cat know that she's the head of the household by running headfirst directly into the mirror. Laura Gaddy, do any of your neighbors complain about all your yelling when you make videos? I've never gotten a complaint. I don't yell that much. I do yell, but they're pretty loud also. We're both loud and we both respect each other's loudness. Ain't that right? They have like a 5-year-old up there. He doesn't know the term shh. He's neighing like a horse right now at the top of his little lungs. His bedroom's right above my bedroom in there. Every single morning when he wakes up, I wake up because he wakes up yelling, "Mommy," at the top of his lungs, more than the horse. Haley Ross, are you originally from Arkansas? I will try to explain my lineage in a brief one breath of air. I was born in Zanesville, Ohio, and then we moved to Alaska when I was a baby, maybe 2, 3, or 4, I can't remember. I was a baby, and then we moved back to Ohio. My mom said, hey, you're 7 years old, you don't have any friends, you want to move to Arkansas? I said, let's move to Arkansas, Mom, that sounds like a really good idea. We moved to Arkansas, and then we moved back to Ohio when I was around 12, in 7th grade, I can't remember, I was a 7th grader, and then we moved back to Arkansas after that, and then we moved back to Alaska, and then we moved back to Ohio, and then I was like, no, I want to live in Alaska again, so I lived in Alaska, and my parents moved back to Ohio, and so I was like, no, I need to come back, and move back to Ohio, and then I moved back to Arkansas, and then I was 18, I moved back to Alaska, and then I moved to Arkansas, and then I moved here. Some of that was inaccurate. I was panicking. I'm looking to hire someone, okay? No one else is around. All the noobs left. This is what I need. I don't need anyone here physically. There are already some people out there doing this, but I want someone working for me, creating content for me, hear me out, to take the content that I've already made on Facebook and YouTube and make me very small micro content from that. Maybe 5 to 10 pieces of micro content a day, 4 or 5 days a week, something like that. That's what I'm thinking. I want to hire someone to do that, and I figured I would extend the invitation to y'all first. I'll leave my email address in the description. Just email me something that you made of my content. I'll look at everybody's stuff and I'll reach out to you personally. All that good stuff. Let's move on. Jennifer Ward, do I plan on doing more than one opening video per week? I'd want to, yeah. Haley Case, what was the first instrument you learned? I would say piano. I think my mom taught me piano when I was really young. And why are you so multi-talented? I'm very focused and I'm driven by negativity. When I picked up guitar and I was learning, I was very bad at it. And then some people heard me play and they were making fun of me, like really bad. And that kind of drove me to be better than them in every way, shape, and form. So I practiced for 16 hours a day. I'd wake up at 4 a.m. and I wouldn't stop until 10 at night, and I'd do that every single day. Every single day for years. I'm better than them now, so I proved my point. I just have like this hunger to be the best at whatever I do, he says as he leans towards the mic that's not turned on. Christina B. Cawson, how do you have such beautiful teeth? I was born with ugly teeth. Well, I wasn't born with teeth. I'm a normal person. I sucked my thumb till I was 12. So I had massively buck teeth as a kid. They were like crooked and they were everywhere. But when they fell out and the new ones grew in, they just grew in straight. I've had no problems with my teeth. I don't know what happened. Genetics. Christina's new to the fandom. Hi, Christina. What's the first thing I look at when I meet someone? Depends. It's typically teeth, eyes and teeth. I'm pretty big on eyes. That was the first thing I saw in Gloria, and then her teeth, and then her hair, and then that she was pregnant. Natalie Bailey, why did I quit doing music videos and go towards comedy? I've always been a comedian. I've always been making people laugh. That's what I feel I'm good at. I'm all for taking the path of least resistance, so whatever you're good at, do it. That's what I'm doing. My mind is just geared that way to make jokes. So it's just easy for me to have a career in comedy. Christina Ford, if you had the opportunity to become part of a metal band and travel, would you? I did. Dude, your guitar skills are amazing. Not a question. Oh well. Rachel McCallie. Well, not an answer. Oh well. Alyssa Watson, what's the tip of a shoelace called? The tip of a shoelace. Sarah Dykman, what's your favorite thing about having lived in Alaska? Every 3 1/4 feet, there's a coffee shop. They have these little huts, drive-through coffee shops. They're like, imagine going to Lowe's and getting like those small tool sheds that you can just load up on your truck and go. They have those where it's just a drive up, order your coffee and go. But they have them on every end of the street. There's hundreds of them. Maybe not that many, but that was probably my favorite thing. Mrs. Gotcha, what did you want to be when you were younger? A stand-up comedian first, and then a magician. Sarah Smallwood, how many hours a day do you record and how long does it take for you to edit? It varies. Sometimes I'll record for as little as 2 hours a day, and then sometimes I'll film from 11 to 6. All day is just film as much as I can, but every single day I try to film, so minimum an hour, hour and a half every single day of filming, and it depends on the video how long it takes to edit. This video won't take that long. Opening videos take maybe 2 hours to get a 20-minute video, and that's going super quick. Thank y'all for the questions. You're welcome for the answers. She's attacking her foot. She is high on catnip. Get that foot. I may have slipped a little too much catnip into her breakfast. Love y'all. Have the best day ever. Mainly because I said so. Mostly because you want to. I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay? Whatever day it is today. It don't matter. I don't discriminate.